Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here again at Solana, double checking a few key factors here. We have this tentative cup and handle pattern playing out here after a breakout for a bull pennant as well. So got some really good stuff going on here with Solana. Some recent fair value gap has been filled, and there's a solid chance we could see further upside. A lot of it hinges on Bitcoin not pulling back too far. It is on the retracement from its double top, so that's kind of expected. But generally speaking, a lot of alts are just kind of averaging themselves out today. And we can see an average of Bitcoin dominance kind of hanging out where it's at, telling us that sustainability for altcoins is here. In other words, I wouldn't say it's a guarantee forever, but at this moment here, with the way that things are stabilizing the market, altcoins are not raking back down with Bitcoin retracing a little bit. Okay, and it's just kind of a natural correction because a lot of altcoins got very overextended yesterday, including Solana. So just got to keep that in mind. There's some profits that need to be taken. Having said that, let's go ahead and double check some important stuff on the back end data, kind of see where we're at here with liquidation and go from there. And if you are new to the channel, I just want to say thanks so much again for watching. Always hit the like button if you could on our videos just to kind of help grow the channel. And I deeply appreciate that. We can get this in front of more people, get those Moon Boys less views, which isn't anything wrong with them per se. I just think they kind of set the wrong standard for trading in general. So again, hopefully you can learn something today. And thanks again to everybody who's been watching for a long time. So taking a look here at Solana. We want to look at liquidation. We recognize that there's not a lot of liquidation here to the upside, basically. Not a ton of shorts. I mean, there is still some, don't get me wrong. This is still a decent amount. We got 300 million there, 100. There's probably about $1 billion or two in liquidation, upwards about 156. Pretty clear and sparse after 160. Okay, so just know that there's not a lot above us. We can see there's a lot down below. It was 141 range. That's just below the local low here. We came down like 144 and 5 cents or 144.06 here, looking like just recently. In fact, my entry for Solana was 144 and missed it. I missed a lot of opportunities yesterday. Unfortunately, we caught a couple of them actually. Polkadot was a good little trade here. We're in a Filecoin long right now as well, and obviously we took some profits from ICP and Cardano the day before. But once more, at this point, we can kind of presume the price will pull back a little bit before it continues higher, just based on the overall sentiment of Bitcoin slowly pulling back here at this point, which is very healthy, by the way. We want to see Bitcoin at 62.5, honestly, to be able to get our last leg in there, because that's a good key level support. And same thing with 60.5, roughly with that 0.68 fib level here, that golden pocket. And again, I know you're probably wondering, why the hell does this guy keep looking at Bitcoin? This is a Solana analysis. What's going on? Well, in case you missed the announcement, Bitcoin kind of called the shot. So that's kind of why we like to look at that. Either way, the macro kind of tells us here roughly a different story. We got somewhere in the range of 7. I mean, there's somewhere in the range of like 2.5 to 3 billion, maybe in liquidation, upwards of 158, and then even more so at about 160. So just keep in mind, even though there's less liquidation on the upside, we're closer to it, and there's potential for the price to continue higher, especially with this bullish type of pattern here so far forming. Again, Bitcoin on the pullback, that's just gonna, most altcoins are gonna capitulate, right? It's just kind of natural. Anyways, daily time frame, let's work our way down, kind of see what's going on. Not much has changed, honestly, since last night's analysis. We were tentatively projecting out of the 200-day SMA, Bitcoin, very similar scenario. We're above other moving averages, which is important, giving us a lot of confluence here to that 147, 148 range. That is the tentative support level for us. We can see a lot of volume accumulating in that range. In fact, let's zoom out a little bit. Ever since we've been, well, I guess we're going to zoom out a lot, rather. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Ever since we've been 120 or higher, we've seen the most amount of volume at 144, right there, exactly. So again, a lot of combination there where we got this this fib level, this support range. A lot of reasons why the 144 to 150 is going to be a good support level for us. We lose that, there's a fair value gap down here as low as 136 that could get swept with a quick little candle wick up. But there's a lot of support here too in the local time frame, right? So if you kind of zoom in, you can see that ever since we've been in this range here, since late August, we've got the most amount of volume at 132. So secondary to 144 is 132 based on local volume. So if, heaven forbid, I'm just kind of preparing you for a worst case scenario, just say the price does come back here, and we start to see it pull back, we would probably see a bounce off this area here as a solid support. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'd love to see an entry in the low 130s. I don't think that's exactly a reality at this point, but it is something that you should be mindful of that could, in fact, positively influence you if we get to that level. We can see money flow index is much higher than the RSI. That's very good. This shows that the price for Solana is not viewed as overbought. but it also is construed as a lot of volume flowing into this coin, therefore sustainability. So I think the likelihood of the price going below the 144, 146 range here, this golden pocket, is pretty low. It would take Bitcoin to come into the 62 or 61K range at the very least to see that happen. So again, I think from a daily perspective, we're in pretty good shape here. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can recognize that we are in pretty good shape here with our MACD. It's slowly losing momentum, but that doesn't mean anything just yet. This is very common for overextensions, which we've seen with a lot of coins right now. We can see money flow index is higher than the RSI, also a very good sign. This tells me that we're in pretty good shape, and the price is more likely to go up than down at this point. Stochastic is pulling back. We see that as a natural thing that occurs on timeframes, the 4 hours specifically, when the price action spends a little time without crossing through that threshold, which right now is 153 is a rough estimate. So 153 is that tentative resistance. We got a good support at 146 to 144. So these are all pretty positive signs. Hourly time frame, we're going to go ahead and recognize here that the window of opportunity is closing if we don't break out soon. And again, this isn't necessarily a guarantee. It doesn't always work out this way. But the truth is, when a lagging span intersects with a price action, it's usually a good sign to consider securing profits on a long position if you have one open. Same thing here as well with the conversion line over the baseline. That's good momentum. We're over the cloud. There's a lot of reasons why leaving your position open makes more sense than to sell. But I would recommend just adjusting your stop loss a little bit higher. You should always do that as you secure profits or as you move into profit. It's just kind of a good safety net, because the market nowadays is terrible, and at least terrible for, like, you know, candle wicks and such. So again, if you move your stop loss higher, there is truth. You could get stopped out early. There's that. But you will walk away in the green. And that's really what it's all about. I feel that's kind of the game. I don't know if you know this, but the whole foundation of being a good trader is learning and knowing when to take profit. So again, that can probably be the most challenging aspect, but this is a game of profit taking and not necessarily diamond hand holding till Solana gets to 4,000, as some people believe is going to happen soon. All right, so just friendly advice. I think we're a long ways from that, but between now and then, we got to break through this key level resistance, which is 153. So to summarize, 153 is the resistance. We break through that. Solid chance we're going to continue to run to 160. If we don't, we may pull back here to our local low at about 146 to 144. And obviously we lose that. We talked about 132 to 136 as a nice volume support range. So I'll post our playout chart here in our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord here shortly. Kind of get you an updated scenario here. Of course, as per usual, it does look a little something like this if you're not familiar, or I kind of just give you insight on what's going on with certain coins that I'm looking at. All right. So again, thank you everybody to getting more engaged in a lot of my my posts. I appreciate that. Thanks again for hitting the like buttons, and we'll look forward to seeing the next one. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. Take care.